Man, you can tell I'm rusty. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning. And yes, today is the national day for us here in Quebec. So I was off and decided to wake up a little late. So it is what it is. And yeah, I've been again traveling. So unfortunately, I was not able. I really thought last time when I told you guys I'm going to be more consistent or constant. But I had to leave once again. So, anyways, so now technically, now for real, I'm not having any more travel for a little while, so we should be fine. There's one more trip in Europe I should have to do, but it's not right now. Um, so we should be fine for a couple weeks at least. Okay, so now let's do it. Let's do it. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. If you're an existing followers, and again, I've been away now again for another 2 weeks, so the algorithm doesn't like me right now. Like, really not. Like, I'm so like the algorithm loves like constant people, constant stream or constant post, and damn, I'm not there this right now. So, anyways, all right, so let's get this thing going. I mean, it's gonna be a quick one. We're gonna do some over market recap because like I was overdue to do it no matter what, just for myself. So I'm like, I should do it in front of everyone so people can benefit from it. I know that most of you didn't know I was doing a live stream right now, so I will guess that 90% of the usual viewers will watch the replay later on. So let's start. Let's start right now with a market breakdown. And yes, we are live, and we are Tuesday, June 24th. And this is, what time is it? 9:40. Holy crap. I think this is the first time I actually do stream that late. so let's see what we got. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do a quick rundown. So obviously if they're spared, that makes no sense. I'm just gonna switch very quickly. You can tell it's been look. I ended up doing my chart for, oh yeah, since last week I guess. So all right. So here we got a new high here on the weekly time frame on GJ. So again, like I said, I'm gonna try to go pretty fast here. So daily flipped bullish here. So let's put everything up to date. Someone was waiting, I think, for Euro AUD in our group, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. Let me just check. Um, Let me just check here. I'm waiting for lower time frame in Euro AUD, AUD CH. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Let me copy paste this so I don't forget to do this for Jacob. Um, I don't know if Jacob's here right now, but let's do a little note here. Perfect, so I don't forget. Okay, so this is just Jacob that's looking for this. I'm gonna go take a look after. I just don't want to. You know what? What I'll do instead is Euro AUD. I'm gonna flag it blue. AUD CHF. Blue. NZD CHF. Where's NZD CHF? Here. And CHF GPY. CHF GPY. CHF GPY. CHF GPY. Wait, what? Oh, right here. Oh, okay. Perfect. So now I can remove this. Perfect. Okay, excellent. Okay. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue here. So, all right. So we got the new high here on the daily on GJ. High here. High low. Perfect. All right. So, by the way, guys, as you are showing up, drop a high in the comment. Let me know everything, like where you're from. Is it your first time? If it's the first time. If you're current, like already followers, just let me know what's up, man. It's been a while. What are you doing today? Like, guys, like it's here right now in Quebec. It is freaking hot. Like yesterday, I think it hit like 41 degrees. Today we should be around the same. It's crazy. Got a couple of friends coming over today for a little pool party for our national day. So All right, so now 4 hour time frame, we are bullish. All right, so right now GJ is everything bullish, but we are at a higher high on your daily and on weekly. So there's two things here. So number one, I would want to see a pullback on the daily, to eventually like push higher. So a little pullback on the daily to go up. Or option number two will be a continuation trade, since this candle from last week was pretty strong already, and looked like we might still have some juice. What's left here? Left is a pretty big rejection. Oh, to the exact same place. Oh, 198. 198 major QP seems to be the problem, and the 250 overshot. I'm guessing. Yeah, right here. Oh, shit. Look at this. Look at this way. Like, if there's people part of the group, you know what's the overshot. That rejection to the T. But yeah. All right, so we might see a pullback. What about 4 hour? I mean, if 4 hour give us a nice pullback here, we might be able to look as a continuation trade. So let me identify that, which will be almost actually when now. Yeah, that would be a pullback on the daily also, which would be perfect when you think about it. So yeah, you know what? Just not gonna tag the rectangle, but I'm gonna place an alert here because this is gonna be also. I cannot place the golden zone on it. What the fuck, man? How can I not place an alert? Looks like I need to refresh my trading view. Give me one sec. All right, let's go down to H4. Perfect. All right, let's do this again. Perfect. Does trading view does this to you guys? Because it really drives me nuts sometimes. All right, so that's gonna be entering H4GZ, probably same daily, but I can't confirm yet because we don't have a resistance form now on the daily. All right, so now let's move on to Euro GPY. So I don't know if it's still nice, but whoa. Okay, here we go. So here look like we had a continuation trade here. Did we add a pullback on the daily? All right, what's going on here? Why is it so laggy? What the hell? All right, cool. Oh, look at that. Did I miss Euro G? Oh, man, this was the trade of the week last week. Holy. The worst thing is I actually called that freaking one. Oh, man. Wow. All right, so now let's delete this. Let's delete this, and let's go back to the weekly. Okay. So now looking at the weekly, we are at a high here. Again, rejecting 170 major QP. So now it looks like we might have that pullback now. Look at the daily now, daily high. All right, we can't use our fib yet. Are we gonna have a continuation trade or a pullback here? Good question. We don't know yet. 4 hour is bullish. And what about the golden zone here? We are entering that golden zone pretty soon. Okay. I think your GPY can be a nice continuation trade here. What about H1? H1 is bullish now, right? So H1 is bullish. But will soon be bearish here. So all right. Alrighty. All right, so CHF is a pair that Mr. Jacob is looking at. So let's take a look here. We got a weekly bullish. Weekly bullish. Daily bullish. Oh, we had that small pullback on the daily also. Wow. But no elbow here on top. So still straight bullish. What about continuous trade? We are bullish here. Do we have a no? Yeah, we do. What? I'm gonna use my left hand because I still got this freaking tennis elbow. All right, you know what? Let's do this. Okay, so we respected the safety net and we are in that golden zone. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so now since we are in that golden zone right now, all right, so everything makes sense here. We have got a weekly bullish, but we are at a high. So this is a higher risk. We got the daily bullish. Got a rejection now of that daily candle. If you're looking at that wick rejection, yesterday closed with no bottom wick, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, no bottom wick, indicating that there's less probability for price to continue to the downside. So actually, the continuation trade would make sense here. We got a bullish engulfing on the 4-hour. Great. Oh, what about GG? Like dogtail setup. Already happened. Okay, sorry. Let's take a look at H1. So H1 is bullish. Oh, that's not the pair we were looking. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry. All right, so CHF so weekly bullish. We are at a higher, like I said. Rejection to the upside. The only thing we rejected 181. The only thing I don't like here is on that weekly candle, and we are only Tuesday. There's no bottom wick. So now there's chance that this price will come down to create a bottom wick. But at the same time, like I just said, same thing on CHF there's no bottom wick on the daily. So meaning that there's less probability for price to continue to the downside. We got an engulfing candle on H4, support form inside the golden zone. All right, so now let's take a look at 1 hour. So 1 hour, same thing as Euro GPY basically. Where's my lines here? Here we go. Perfect. Close, really close to be bearish. What about the 30 minute? 30 minutes. Oh, 30 minute actually went bearish. All right, so here and here we went bearish, boom, 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 and this is now. Do we have an elbow here? Yeah, not really. Not really. Yeah, not really. So that 30 minute is still bearish then. Perfect. But H1 is bullish. So now is the tricky part. I would prefer for the 30 minute to go back bullish, obviously. What about the 2 hour? 2 hours straight bullish. Not straight bullish, sorry, but bullish with engulfing also. I mean, the thing is, yes, you can take the entry based on the 2 hour or 4 hour, but the thing is, your stop loss is going to be pretty far under that previous structure point, which is like, how many pips is that? Like, you're talking like 86, but that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. You know what? I would prefer to for H1 to go bearish and flip back again bullish. That would be actually the best, because like, yeah, that would be the best. So I'll be patient, which with the CHF GPY right now, I think I can get a better entry. And if it flies up, I mean, it just flies up, right? So I don't care. But yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting. I'm just gonna place a note here for myself. Wait for better entry. Would be best for LTF. Oops, LTF to go bearish and SOS. All right, cool. Got that note. So now I can flip this back green because I'm still gonna be looking at it. Euro AUD is the other pair that Jacob's looking at. By the way, guys, smash that like button as you're coming in. This is the first time I am streaming that late. It's because it's National Day, and you know, I slept late. And I've been away for a couple weeks now, so I mean, the algorithm doesn't really like me, so you gotta help me push this algorithm going right now. All right. All right, boys and girls, let's go. Okay, so what else? Euro AUD, who said? All right, cool. So weekly time frame is bullish also. Let's try to accelerate this thing here. Bullish here. All right, so we got that pullback inside that weekly golden zone. Okay, great. Daily is bullish. Awesome freaking trade on Euro AUD last week. This was also the trade of the week. Like 10 to 1. This is insane. That one was six. Oh, by the way, I didn't took that one. I broke it down with students because I was away. I missed the entry, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be here lying to you here. Said I took that. I didn't do it. I'm not shy to say it. I'm not one of those. Anyways, I don't want to start a war here, but so many fucking fake people out there. It's crazy, man. They tell, oh yeah, man, I got that sniper entry. Fuck you, sniper entry, dude. There's no such thing as a sniper entry. It's so cute. It's so marketing. Anyways, all right. So let's focus here. All right. So weekly bullish. We got a daily bullish also since a while. Like anything between that structure point and that structure point right here, anything in between is just market structure, right? So all right. So bullish here. What about the 4 hour? 4 hour now. Whoa, wow, man, we can continue writing this structure here because, man, look, we go, oh yeah, boy. All right, so what about this here? I think, all right, let me see. Weekly, we still have a lot of room to continue to the upside because that's the point. The only thing I don't like here is that smaller body candle, but at the same time, we got a lot of fuel. A lot of rocket fuel from that wick rejection from that weekly candle. Plus, this week already broke previous low. I think we just came down to create a bottom wick, which is going to be the pullback on the daily to go back up. Ooh, nice. So two things. So if today close bearish like this, I'm going to wait for that pullback on that daily golden zone. But we might flip back to the upside, and that would be the pullback right here. On H4, ready to continue to the upside. So let me see. I'm pretty sure we are in that golden zone right now. Holy moly. Like, I can make this up, dude. This fucking golden is just like straight magnet. Yeah, okay. So H4GZ. Boom. All right, let's go. All right, so for people that just joined in, welcome or welcome back. I don't know, maybe in existing followers. If not, let me know if it's your first time. Let me know where you're from. Drop a like because I've been away and the algorithm doesn't really like me right now, so got help. Need help. But basically, I'm mostly streaming on Tuesday morning, which usually around like 7:30 a.m. So you definitely want to activate notification to know when I go on. And on Thursday night for Forex Talk over a beer, where I do break down trade, winning trade or losing trade, just for learning purposes. All right, so now let's continue. Daily. Okay, so I really think that we can have the same kind of move that we had last week here. Oh yeah. What about H1 here? H1. So H1, boom, here we go. So H1 went bearish. Perfect. So now we're gonna flip this here. No elbow here. No elbow here, so straight bearish. Here we go. And this is my new lower high. Perfect. What about the 30 minute? 30 minute, my friend. Here. All right, so now if this new 30 minute, there we go. Let's do this first. And boom, boom. So if this current 30 minute right now do close like this, that would be perfect, because that will be my indicator that we are ready to go back bullish, because we're gonna have that switch of structure point. So I'll wait for two things right now. With at 10 a.m. like, oh, it's closing now. Like, as I turn left to look my MT4 to watch the time, it flipped from 59 to 10 a.m. So two things here. At 10 a.m. we're gonna get that London close volume that might kick in, so we might just straight push up here. What about the 2 hour? 2 hour did close engulfing earlier. 1 hour, you know what? Like, yeah, gonna take an entry on that one. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna go full risk. Euro AUD, right? Euro AUD. I'm not gonna go full risk on that one because I'm late in the day. But we still have some volume here kicking in. Where's my Euro AUD here? Bear with me, guys. Just need to set up my MT4 quickly. Hopefully this thing doesn't take off when I'm setting. Euro AUD right here. Perfect. Templates. Load templates. Give me 1 sec, guys. Now let's set up my magic key. By the way, guys, if you guys do not use magic key, I highly recommend it. Here we go. So 30 minutes just closed. Perfect. So, oops. All right, I'm almost there, guys. Almost there. Scale fix. Perfect. Okay, so now where do I put my stop here? Let me just figure this thing out. So here now we are bullish. 30-minute bull. 30-minute bull. Because here normally I would wait for the pullback, right? Most of the time. Most of the time I will wait for the pullback, or I'm going to wait for exactly what I'm about to say. So two things. I either wait for the pullback and the next engulfing, or when I know that I am in a high volume time period, I'm basically going to wait for that dogtail setup that I usually use only on GJ for our time frame. So I'm basically going to wait for the bottom wick here to be formed and to break the high for my entry and put my stop under the wick. right? So that's option number two, option number one, option number two, and not in particular order. The other option will be basically just to wait for the pullback, the support form with the engulfing and write it up. But like I said, with the volume right now, no. There's also the third option, which is the dynamic risk. When you have this candle printing, you know that before going up, we're gonna need to print that bottom wick, right? So you might want to enter a first entry while printing down that entry, maybe a second and a third as a confirmation on top, so you can split your risk in 2, 3, 4 part if you want, you know. So depending on how much you want to risk. On this one, just gonna risk 2% of that one. So I'm probably gonna take an entry right away while printing that down wick, and a second entry while breaking the high. So by doing this, I'm cutting my risk in two. And if it just goes down, I'm only losing 1% instead of 2, right? And by waiting for the break of the high, I got this. I'm gonna get this better entry also, so it will definitely compensate. So now let's open up Magic Key. All right, there we go. Boom, and I'm actually gonna place stop under. What about the 15-minute here structure? Let me see. Yeah. So do I want to go aggressive here under this one? Let me see how many pips is that. So let's say I take this entry right here. If it does break the low here on the 15 though, I'll wait. Hold on, wait a second. Because if it do breaks the low here, that means we'll, especially after this small bottle candle here on the 15-minute, we might need that little pullback. What about the 5-minute? This closing in exactly like 30, how much time? I don't see the seconds. Why don't I see the seconds? It's closing, oh yeah, it just closed now. All right, so I'll definitely gotta wait. Yeah, definitely gotta wait. So I'm gonna keep that chart open because I'm just gonna go run down, grab some water. I'm gonna wait for that next, I think this 5 minutes gonna keep coming down and the next 5 will give up the entry. So stay tuned, I'll be right back, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And since I'm here talking to you, I'm going to use my walking pad because I need to do some steps. So let's straighten and walk at the same time. All right, let's do this. Hey, welcome back. All right, so what about that 5 minutes? Yeah, we were. Yeah, I was right. All right, so now let's see if we can. All right, so now we got an alert on Euro GPY. We are entering that H4 gold. And told you guys, I told you, like those are just freaking magnets. By the way, guys, you guys are way too quiet in the chat. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, is your keyboard not working anymore? Like, what's going on? Let's go back to CHFGPY. Man, I need to use my left arm, man. Fuck. Man, anyone had a tennis elbow here before? Like, it really freaking hurt. All right, CHFGPY. Let's go back on 5. All right, I need to start that walking pad. All right, wait, what? Yeah, Euro AUD. All right, here we go. So Euro AUD now, which would be great if we can get this 5 minutes. That means I would be able, and again, this is not my entry, right? So if the next show up like as an engulfing like this, I can place my stop under that previous 5 minute structure point, right? +5, so that would be like a 20-ish pip stop loss, and you know, write it up, right? So that would be great, because if not, just to give you an idea, man, I gotta lose my left arm, Sasha. If not, I mean, you know, my entry is going to be somewhere, first entry is going to be somewhere here on the pullback, and my second entry is going to be on the break of the high here, which is going to be total different RR, right? So that way, that'll be great. Let me start this walking pad. I'm going to mute myself for like a minute, so don't go crazy. There's not going to be any sound, and the reason why is because when I start the first minute, it does some funky ass noise. Like, just to give you an idea, like it literally sounds like if I'm like murdering a pig or something. Like, look at this, it's funny. And I don't know why it's doing that. Like, my walking pad was like great. I'm putting oil in it, like everything. But I don't know why it doesn't doing that. Look at this. Here it is. It's either like I'm killing a pig or a horror movie, right? So I'm gonna mute myself for 1 second. Wow, it's taking longer than usual. Bear with me. All right, so almost all gone. There's some squeaky, but it's gonna disappear. All right, so yeah, all right, so exactly what I wanted here. So now this 5 is gonna close in 3 minutes. So that would be actually perfect. So now I'm just gonna place. Whoa! Let's not try to kill myself here. If you were live when I almost killed myself on a walking pad, let me know. I'm just curious. Alright, so this is going to be under that 5 minute wick, right? So +5, that will be plus 5, 28. There we go, something like that. And that. Perfect. Okay, sorry, was placing my MT4, getting ready. Alright, so here, perfect. So when that's 5 is gonna close, and I don't trade on 5 minute, by the way, guys. Okay, I do not. I'm taking my entry on a 5 minute, and it's super rare. It's just because I'm trying to get the best entry possible, but also the tricky part right now. The tricky part, I'm getting ready, but the tricky part is this 15 minute is also closing in 2 minutes, and that is closing as a resistance, engulfing. But if you look, let's say that this candle is closed, this is the pullback inside that golden zone, meaning that we're ready to go back down, back up. So I'm still willing to take a 2% risk here. Oh, actually no, hold on, wait a second. There's no elbow here. Sorry, confusion. So the pullback might go until this area. So I need to make sure my stop is under the safety net then. Because if it goes under the safety net, the trade's invalid for me. Okay, so safety, this is, what is the price here? Like 78,225. So 78,225. So that's gonna be a little bit bigger stop. And this 15 just closed now. Okay, now let's go back to the 5 minute. And unfortunately, it didn't close engulfing, so I'm not interested. So I'll wait. You know, gotta be patient while trading, because if not, man, you're screwing yourself up. Alright, so we're gonna have to wait for the next 5 minutes. Meanwhile, let's continue. Oh, I'm actually gonna place an alert though, because if we do break the high here, that's gonna come down to my first idea. Oh, man, this fucking thing hurt. Let's place an alert here, just in case it flips back up as we are going over the other pairs. So please, anyone can write in the chat at 10:19, so in 3 minutes, okay? Say, hey Sasha, go back to Euro ED so I don't forget, okay? Can I ask your help for that? Alright, so Euro GPY, let's break it down quickly. We got like 2 minutes ish. Alright, so now here, Euro GBP, we are bullish on the weekly time frame. We are bullish on the daily time frame. I was literally waiting for that H4 high low potential. It did happen. Look at this move now. Alright, so now we're coming back down. So what's next? So here is the new high on H4. Oh, actually we flipped back bearish here. So let's change that. Boom. So now at this stage we're gonna have to wait for the pullback here. So this Euro GBP is not ready anymore. Oh, actually, wait a second. We already had the pullback. But we failed on creating a new higher high. Still got a lot of room though. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put it blue. So basically, I need H4 to go back bullish now. So I'm gonna place an alert. H4. Oops. Going bullish. Alright. What time is it? 17. Alright. Let's move on.
AUD Oh no, AUD CAD. AUD CAD weekly. Weekly is bearish. Daily's bear. Oh yeah, it's bearish. Whoa, what a fucking stupid range on this one. I've been trying to grab this moon for a while now. Yeah. Yeah, so EDCAD is not ready. Later. 18. EDCHF, let's do it quick. Alright, so we're bearish on the weekly. Beautiful pullback to the weekly golden zone major QP. 54,000. What about the daily? Daily is bearish also. H4. Oh, sweet. Damn, I think we missed it. Oh, that was beautiful. That was... Shoot. I definitely missed it. Where are we hit? We respected the safety net here. Nice engulfing on the 4 hour. God damn. Okay. What about H1? No entry signal on H1. What about the 30 minute? No entry signal. Okay, so I guess. All right, let's come back to it in just a second. Let's go back to your AUD. 5 minute. You see, this is the reason why I'm patient. Because if I would have like go crazy here when you think your candle is gonna, oh my gosh, it's gonna close bullish. Let's get in now. No, you gotta wait. You see, that's why. You know, because the market at the end of the day will do whatever the fuck the market wants to do, right? So I mean, if you're waiting, and even when you have all the best, you know, confirmation, confluence, and call it as you want, even if you get all those aligned, you don't decide. The market decides, you know. Those confidences helps to put the odds into your favor, because trading is an odd game, you know. Like this is just like it's odds, you know. So you want to put the odds into your favor. I'm not saying it's gambling, you know. But you definitely want to build up your case and figure it out. Like, do you have more chance to go up in this situation, like on where we at with everything we got, or there's more chance for the price to go down? Because at the end of the day, there's nothing certain, you know. So that's why I'm talking about odds, you know. And if any influencer or traders or coaches or those cute people that says, man, I got this solution, I got this strategy, that's magical strategy that you guys gonna know everything, you gotta win all the time, please run away, you know. Like, please, like, tell your brain that this is a fucking red flag, okay? Alright, so now let's take a look at this 15. That 15 did, you see what we were looking at before? Boom. We're getting right inside that golden zone on 15 minutes right now. Right in. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to keep being patient. So now let's continue on AUDCHF. Like I said, this was beautiful. But now, H1, let's see. So H1 though flipped bullish by doing this here. So no matter what, I need H1 to be bearish. So the best thing now would be for this price to do something like this, break under here, retest this level to go down. So that would be something that I would really look for. It's not ready though, so I'm just gonna move it down here. We'll see if NZDCHF is better or not. I don't know. ZCHF weekly bearish, daily bearish. We finally got out of that stupid range here. That level was really hard to break. Looked like we came to retest this level. And when I'm talking about the level, it's like this. Oops, where's my arrow? Like this was a lot of problem. Like a lot. Like all this, this. We finally broke under now. Came up retest. Looks like we're rejecting. All right, so weekly bearish, daily bearish, finding out of that massive range. What about 4 hour? 4 hour flip bearish. And you see, this is no magical strategy. This is just market structure, price action, right? You gotta read it. You gotta learn to read this shit, guys. Nice engulfing on H4. What about H1? H1 is bullish though. Same situation as ADCHF. So let's put it up here, and also gonna place an alert here. Also, I'm gonna do also that on ADCHF. I'm gonna do 2 alerts. So this one's gonna say H1, H1 SOS, and the one on top, because I want to follow through if they're creating a new higher high, which would be the part I would prefer to have a better RR eventually. H1 creating new H1, new higher high, sorry. And I'll do the same thing on ADCHF actually. How is our Euro AUD, guys? Alright, so here, H1 creating new high. Perfect. Alright, let's go back to Euro AUD here for 1 sec. Alright, look at this. Came down to that golden zone, rejected it hard. On you, man. It's amazing. What a 5. Alright, can we get this in go? Alright, so this 5 minute just closed now. Closed bullish, so we established support. I don't have an engulfing though. But probably gonna use now that, you see, if you're using dynamic risk and you took an entry here, one here, and you take your third breaking the high, I mean, you're pretty good. But here, I'm gonna wait for that 5 minute to, oh shoot, break the high really fast here. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna take this entry right here. Alright. I'm gonna bring down my stop though, since we established support. I'm gonna bring that stop under here, so just a bit higher under this structure point. Alright, so let me show you. So what I did, unfortunately I took it was a little, I wanted to break, I wanted to take the entry as the break of the high, but I'm a little, like maybe a pip, 2-3 pip higher. Unfortunately, it wasn't quick enough. So the exact entry is 178552, 178552, 552, 552, right here. So unfortunately, yeah, a little higher than what I wanted, but hey. So stop's gonna be under that structure point at 5 minute. Actually, does that make sense on the 15? Yeah, that makes sense also on the 15. Under that wick. Obviously the structure point's right here, but I'll be a little bit more aggressive here. Actually, what's my exact stop here? 78251. 78251. Oh, it's a little lower than what I wanted. Alright, okay, so I'm actually, it's not that aggressive. I'm actually pretty safe here. What about the 5? Yeah, because I wanted to go under this point, 5 pips under. Just to have a little bit of breathing room. So, I'm actually like almost 7 pips. So, I can actually bring it up a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. So, just gonna leave it like that. We'll see how it goes. And again, this is a more aggressive entry based out of all the confirmation confidence, but we took the entry on at 5 minutes, right? Which I don't do super extremely often. Usually wait for that 15-minute engulfing, 30-minute engulfing, you know, and write it up. But this feeling here with all that rejection here that we should break the high, you know, and continue to the upside here. We did establish that support with a nice engulfing on H4. So we'll see. All right, so now just gonna, as our friend Alex says, set it up and just freaking forget about it. Yeah, nice. Like, you see that dynamic risk option would have been working great. You know, grab one entry here, 1, 2 here, and you know, write it up. You can even add a third one, you know, one breaking high. Perfect. Awesome. So now I only took one entry of 2% in this case. All right, so this is done. All right, so now let's move on. Since it's set up, just gonna, like, the worst thing is just to watch it, add it constantly. You'll go crazy. All right, so now let's go back to NZD-CHF. Yeah, we established that. Perfect. All right, GU. What about GU? Ooh, GU pushed hard. Weekly. What time is it? 10:30. Holy fuck! Already? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here soon. Okay, so bullish on a weekly, and looks like today we might flip back bullish. H4 is bullish. I think now the best case would be to wait for tomorrow, figure out if we are bullish in the daily, and if we are, it'll be great. Let me delete this. This was like maybe a week or two ago. Yeah, because if we close above here, we're flipping back bullish. Now after that, I can just wait for the pullback on H4 to go up. So I'm gonna leave it flat blue. Green, it's because it's ready. This one was clearly ready. The pale blue here is the pair that Jacob was looking at. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. NZD GPY. Weekly bullish. Daily. Yeah, so we're gonna do 3 more. Or if I have, like, I can take maybe 1 or 2 special requests on a pair that we didn't do yet. So if you have a pair that you want to look at, let me know now. Now is the time. I'll take maybe 1 or 2 special requests. So weekly bullish, daily bullish, nice pullback. This is probably the golden zone, right? Yeah, right inside that golden zone. All right, what about H4? H4 bullish. Just don't like this range though. Yeah, I don't really like it. Later, CAD GPY. CAD GPY is bullish, new higher high. Looked like, yeah, we just broke previous low on the weekly, so looks like we're gonna have that pullback. Daily bullish, but yeah, in this case, I mean, we're only Tuesday, right? But in this one, if it closes like this, H4 is gonna about to go bearish. Yeah, this one I think would be best for next week. Wait for weekly pullback, but at the same time we broke previous high also. So it might be consideration straight also. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm gonna keep that one blue. It's not ready. Weekly bullish. I really like this pullback. It's a very low pullback though. Almost, yeah, it's actually deep pullback. Daily is bullish also. And 4 hour now is bearish. Yeah, I gotta wait now. Gotta wait to break up. Yeah, we talked about that one. Alright, so this one. Alright, any special pair you guys want to take a look at? Let me just do a quick rundown. Like, just by looking at the week and the day, if we can find something that makes sense. GPPCHF, we already talked about that one. Right? Yeah. UNZD weekly. Alright, so UNZD is bullish on the weekly. Oh, that was the counter trend trade. Yeah, okay. So not anymore. Daily went bullish. Alright, so I think this one might look nice. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Maybe we found something else. Alright. Weekly bullish. We came down to retest previous structure point. Closed back above the major PP 190. Daily is bullish. And now we're having this pullback on the day. So maybe tomorrow we came down to retest previous structure point. H4 is also bullish. I think what we're respecting, let me check. Are we respecting the safety net here? Oops. Oh, we're sitting right on that safety net. Okay, so that's good. What about H1? H1 is bearish though. H1 is bearish. So I need H1 to flip back bullish. And again, this one will be best if we create a new lower low to have a better RR. So H1 creating new lower low. And is there an elbow here? No, not really. So here will be boom. H1 SOS. I'm gonna flag that one blue. Boom. All right. Let's see if we can find something else very quickly. No, thank you. No, thank you. So the weekly though. No, thank you. Oh, hold on. Is this last week closed bullish? No, it didn't. Okay. I was close though. Alright, so we're still bearish here. And daily is still bearish. Okay, so nothing to do here. GA. Weekly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what a range on the weekly, man. Not interested. Man. We are right where I wanted to. Here, we definitely got this elbow here. Alright, so this went bearish. Okay, so we might have something else here. This, I've been trying to get this pair for so long. So we might have something here. Oops. What did I do here? Daily. Daily lower low. And this. Daily. Boom. The lower high. Look to front. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now, let's go back. Weekly time frame. We are inside that golden zone. We are at the area of interest. Okay. Okay. Daily is bearish. 4 hour now is back bullish. God damn it. So I need H4 to go bearish. So clearly not ready, but I'm gonna flag it blue because I want to keep track on it. And I'm gonna place this alert here. H4 going bearish. By the way, going bearish or SOS for me means the same. I just should wrote SOS and B, or bearish, because B and bullish is the same thing, right? Just to keep it short, but whatever. It's like a blue. Alright. EDGPY, fuck that shit. GA, I think we already talked about it. USD CHF. Weekly. Oh. Alright. So, seems like we got a new lower low here. And a new lower high. Finally, what's left here? I think there's nothing left for a while. I'm in 2008 now, so whoa. There's, alright, so 2011, sorry. There's something here. Okay. What about here? Alright, we got room here to the downside. We got clean traffic in the weekly. Alright, so what about the daily? Oh man, oh man. I hope some of my students saw that, because this is pretty good. Like the daily, wow. How come it wasn't like, that's what happened when you're traveling. I've been away from the chart, but this, oh man, right in that golden zone. Fuck man, that's good. What about H4? Yo, H4 was perfect also. I mean, look at this pullback here, nice engulfing. Oh man, oh man. So once H1 went bearish here, pullback, nice engulfing right here. You can take that entry right here. When was that? Last week on Thursday. I was in the plane. Oh mo, yo. I'm gonna have to mark this down just for learning purposes to show my students. 5 pips above, so let's say we're at 27, so that's 32, right? That was a nice trade, but that was basic too, extremely basic. This is what, this is a 4.5 to 1 so far. Show students for learning purposes. I'll show them that. That was extremely basic. What time was that too? It was like at 12. Alright. What about the 2 hour? And 15 or 30 minute? Yeah, 30 minute didn't add the engulfing. But on the 1 hour, you had that one right here. Beautiful. Oh man, that was also probably in the golden zone, right on. Crazy man, holy shit. 4.5 to 1. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'm gonna mark this one purple because just gonna want to talk about that with students. All right, so now let's continue. Can't see HF. All right, hold on. Can we have a continuation trade on USD CHF though? Let's see. Well, now that we have a massive, massive move to the downside, gotta wait for the pullback for a continuation trade. So, alright, so now let's continue very quickly. CAD CHF. I'm doing some overtime right now for you guys. Oh man. Well, it's costing me money to be away from the computer. Holy moly. Finally close under that stupid range. Oopsie. There we go. Alright, so I think the retest of that range will be great. Hold on. Where's the elbow now? Oh, right here. Perfect. I think this one just gonna move up. What else? Man, I used to trade USD GPY back then a lot because I thought it was moving fast. But after a couple of years, like maybe after, I think that was in my first year or so. Like what's almost like 6, 7 years ago now. Man, it's been a while already. Um, and finally, after a little while, I realized that it was not moving fast at all. But you know, when you get started. All right, so I think that's it. USD CAD, ADNZD, and the rest I don't trade. I don't trade USD CAD and Euro USD. They are the worst pair ever. Had a pretty nice move here, but in CAD Mexican money, this is. I need to mark it down because I bought at 13,800 right here. I mean, I think that was it in March? When was it? Oh, that's a weekly. Daily, when was it? It was like 2 weeks ago when it was at the lowest. I think it was on Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's exactly that day I bought here. So I'm gonna write a note for myself because bought that condo in Mexico and bought my pesos there, and I want to see if I'm thinking that I'm really certain that we're doing a double dip investment here because they allowed us to pay in pesos, which is great because the pesos is kind of low right now. So my condo is going to take value. Plus, technically, the Mexican pesos, like, and I'm not looking at like a month, 3 weeks. I'm looking over like 2-3 years. Will gain in value, right? Because a lot of people are going now to Mexico instead of the U.S. So pretty confident on that, but we'll see. I think it's gonna be no matter what, even if the pesos tank, the value of the condo is gonna compensate for it, right? So, so here, bought pesos for first down payment around 13,500. Can't remember the exact, but I can remember it was that day. No, 13. What did I say? 800. 850. There we go. So this is just for my personal note. All right, man. So let's go back to our thing here. GJ, 4-hour time frame, dogtail setup. Oh, it did happen. Again. On the late though, so I would not gonna lie, I'm not in it. Will not be interested because it's late in the session for that kind of move. But did 16 pips, like I usually grab 15 on that one, which is a scalp. But the one that I'm looking now is Euro AUD, 5 minutes. Let's see. Are we good? Let's see the 15. 15 did close right in that golden zone. 30 minute. 1 hour. 1 hour is closing in 15 minutes, right? So if it's closing smaller body candle, I'm chill with that. But no matter what, I'm just gonna leave it there and just if it hits stop, hit stop. If you take profit, right? So we'll talk about it on Thursday night Forex Talk Over Beer, guys. So again, thank you so much for watching today. It was like not supposed to stream. Like I said, I'm coming back from a lot of traveling, and it was a vacation day today, like off day for everyone. It's National Day, so I'm like, I slept over, woke up super late. So I'm like, hey, why not doing a live session? So did one. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm sure most of you is going to be watching the replay. If you have any question, drop the question in the comment. I always like to answer them. Or you can also contact me on Instagram. The link is under the description right here. And oh, I should put my new TikTok. Just open up a TikTok. It's gonna be like I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth French English, but there's a lot of on that TikTok. I'm doing a lot of motive. Holy shit, this is hard to say for Frenchy this morning. Motivation, speaking, and all kind of crazy stuff that I do, right? But yeah, how can I find it's called Rise Up. Like, how can I find it? Hold on. Let's do it. Let's try to find it very quickly. Let's see if I can add it in the description. Rise Up. I think it's something like that. Or is it in one word? Rise Up with Sashi. Tick. Talk. Just started that page like last week, I think. Something. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. So how do I share this? Copy. So I'm gonna post it right here, and I'm gonna add it in the description later on, I guess. Can I do it here? Oh yeah. Detail. Follow me now on TikTok. Here we go. Boom. I guess. I don't know if that's gonna work, that link actually. Hey, if you try the link in the description right now, let me know later on if it works or not. You know? So. Yeah. I like those ones. I'll start your day scrolling like dumb shit. Yeah, those are all mine, so if you like it and enjoy it, give it a like, share it to a friend to start the day the right way, you know, because like I said at the beginning, don't start your day scrolling dumb shit. Alright guys. So, I guess that's it, right? Alright, so I think we're good. So I'll see you on Thursday night, Forex Talk over there, 6 p.m.-ish, which is in 2 days, right? We'll see where that trade goes. I'm going to break it down and give you other trade idea. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And again, don't be shy to reach out. Peace out. Have an amazing day.